going on? Shout out Richard behind the camera. Just asked me about water, and I thought we might as well get this on camera while we're here. And someone asked me yesterday on WhatsApp about distilled water. What's the deal with distilled water? A lot of people hit me up. I bought a distiller 5 years ago, and I used it for a bit, and then I stopped using it. I didn't realise till about a year and a half ago. I was like, let me look into it again, because I remember there's a lot of mixed information on it, saying that distilled water strips minerals from the body, which is true, but it's a half truth, and we're going to get into that today. So I've got a TDS meter. This measures the total dissolved solid. So water has the amazing capacity, shout out, store man behind. Water has the amazing capacity to dissolve solids. All water, you can have seawater, river water, tap water, distilled water, and it could all look exactly the same, but of course it's not the same, because inside the water it's dissolved the solids. And this measures and tells us how many dissolved solids are in the water. It doesn't tell us what's in the water, it just tells us how many. So in parts per million we get a reading on this of how many dissolved solids. This is tap water right here, glass number 1. Comes up 285. So there's, for every million parts H2O, there's 285 parts, some other thing. It could be fluoride, chlorine, chlorite, fluorate, all these different particles that they put in our water when they're trying to clean it. So of course it's drinkable, but is it good for you? It's survivable. You won't get any short-term diseases on it, but over long-term things, what's that doing? What's that leaving in our body? What's that doing to us? So this might be bottled water. I found it inside. It might actually be tap water put in a bottle. We'll find out now. I'm just going to check this. Highland Spring. So if it comes out the same reading as the tap water, it's tap water basically. No, it comes out 54, which is actually really impressive. I don't know if someone's restocked this or what, but anyway, 54 parts per million. That's what you want, is something. If you test spring water, it normally comes out about 25 to 50 parts per million. Basically, distilled water should be as close to 0 parts per million of dissolved solids. So there's going to be no dissolved solids in the water. Let's measure it now. There may be a few because of how it is. 2. So distilled water, I distill it. Basically, distillation is the process of boiling water. You boil the water and then you catch the steam. You catch the steam. Often people go, oh, should I boil my water and then drink the boiled water? No, that just concentrates those minerals that are in there that you don't want. So if you boil tap water, it doesn't get rid of the fluoride. It still remains in the water. You're just concentrating it. The steam is what you want. The steam is pure water. So distillation, it's like a giant kettle. It boils the water, it catches the steam, condenses it back into water and drips out into a nice glass jug for you, and you get pure H2O at that point. That's distilled water, and it came up, as I said, 2 parts per million. Now, the story of does it strip minerals from the body or not? Distilled water is called distilled because it is not still, it is negatively charged. Negatively charged things, what do? They actively seek positively charged things. Within your body, you have minerals that should be there, and you have minerals that shouldn't be there, organic and inorganic minerals. Inorganic minerals, they shouldn't be there, like metals and rocks. They carry a positive charge. So when you drink distilled water, it runs through your body, actively seeks everything that shouldn't be there, that's inorganic, that carries a positive charge, leaches onto it, strips it, takes it to your liver, and you shoot it out your butthole. You shoot it out. You have what's called a healing crisis. So if you drink distilled water 4 litres a day and you do that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, the first week you'll have some really nice times on the toilet where you really clear yourself out and you flush out a lot of stuff, crap that's been bulked up in your body that you've not been able to get rid of. If you're drinking tap water that's like 200 to 300 parts per million, then there's no capacity for it to dissolve new solids and remove them. If you drink spring water, where it's 25 to 50 parts per million, the minerals in there, 1, it might be good for you, good minerals and organic minerals that you need. 2, it's such a little parts per million that there's other capacity within that water to dissolve solids and remove that from your body. So you want to drink water that's as close to 0, or spring water if you can, even better. But you can get a reverse osmosis machine, a distiller, a Berkeley filter, something like that. Normal filters like a Brita filter that just, I've tested Brita filtered water. I've tested in American houses, they have filters on their fridges. Some people have it in England as well. And it loses like 5 parts per million. So it'll go from 285 to 280. You're paying all that money and spending all that time thinking you're doing a good thing for your body. And of course, having the belief that you're doing positive for your body is going to make some difference. This is how this is the real side, the integrated side. But it's not going to have as much difference as actually physically not consuming those products. That's distilled water broken down for you. Get a distiller, 100, 150 pounds on Amazon. I'll put a link below to the one I use. I've been using it for years now, and it's made such a difference. There you go, Richard. I hope that